switch back. Check, check. Oh, yeah. And then switch it back to the Yeti.
Okay. Well, they heard it fine last time. They said that they could hear okay on this, but
Okay.
it's just that it has a hard time with my music at the same
Go back
time.
to live.
Hi, guys. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. I know. Shocking. Shocking. The mic, everything was set up perfectly. Again, the same story. Different day. Different day. I'm sorry, guys. But, hi. I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm a couple minutes late today. We did a podcast that went like an hour and a half, and everything was set up, and none of the settings saved in OBS that we had just set up, and it was unfortunate. But we have YouTube in the chat, allegedly. Right? Yeah, that's what this is?
Should be. Red is YouTube, yeah.
Producer Kyle? Okay. I haven't ever streamed, so I wouldn't know how to do it either. Listen, I've streamed way too many times to not be able to still. I haven't ever streamed, so I wouldn't know.
Hey,
That's me. Guys, I'm really sorry. But hi, it's me. Okay, so here's, obviously you can see it in the art cam, but check it out. See how you can finally see the layers as it dries. So I'm excited because when it's late at night, you kind of can't see the depth of those different colors. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to, tonight, pull this palette. Kyle, you want to hang out or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay. I'm going to put this palette here tonight so it's just closer.
Okay. You're live on everything. You're good.
Thanks, Kyle.
Absolutely.
Hey, don't forget to text me that, okay? Okay. Okay, so how's everybody's day? What's going on? What's going on in everyone's day? I'm gonna get some soft music going. I feel like we need some soft music. Let me see what I can. Oh, I know why. Well, I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure the reason why none of my settings saved is because I did this stupid update, and I think that oh shit. I think the update kind of screws things up. Okay. How is just ate dinner? Nice. Love it. No, we did. Everything was saved. I don't know what happened, but for some reason weird stuff went on. Like it made me log into all this stuff that it said I wouldn't have to. I don't know. I hate updating things for that reason, but it is what it is. Can you guys hear me if I turn this music up a little? Is this okay, or is this too loud for you? How's that sound? Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna add in the tiki-taki. This is when it gets crazy. All right, here we go. Okay. I did not eat dinner. I had the fattest lunch today. It was amazing. I had this like huge, ginormous Greek salad, and it was amazing. It was so good. I was very excited about it. I ate every single bit of it, like a fat pig. And it was great. I was like craving, you ever just like crave something so specifically, and I'm like, I have to find a place that has exactly that, and it was amazing. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, thank God for Kyle. But he was the one that set up this and was like, damn, I can't believe that none of it's saved, so that was weird. Wink wink, exactly. Hi guys. We're gonna be working on this painting tonight. Well, I am. You get to just sit back and watch. I did it with chicken added, and it was delicious. Okay.
Is everybody in the groove?
So yeah, my mic is not working, which is interesting because it worked just fine in the testing moments. That's kind of how it works, huh? Trying to figure out what brushes I want to use tonight. I need something that is not, I'm not finding it yet. You gotta be specific on your brushes, you know? This one looks kind of good. Yeah. We're gonna go with this. Or actually, okay. Where is my, I call it the goo. I'm like, where's the goo? This is the stuff that makes the paint kind of extend a little better to add some grays in. How's y'all's day? I had the best day ever. Did you guys have a good day? Did you guys have a good day? I had a really good day today. I woke up and was like, today's gonna be a good day. Doesn't happen like every single day, but I love the days that does happen. It's a good vibe. You know when you just like way over add color into the color? And you're like, that's not the right one. Aw, thank you. Wait, Big Luke, huh? I should go by Big Shell. People think I have big gal look on Instagram every time they meet me in person. My tattoo clients will say, I thought you'd be so much taller. And I'm like, dang. Woke up at 3 p.m. just chilling. Not a bad day. Sounds like a pretty chill day. I need to catch up on sleep. Maybe one of these years in my life I'll do that. I was just sick. I'm still like coming down from being sick and tired. But I gotta say, that's probably the most I've slept in years. So that was nice. So I'll make sure for the TikTokers on here that are not streaming with us on Twitch and YouTube that you guys all hold up the painting and show you at different points in it, since I can't get y'all to see it. I'll make sure to show you some of the progress here, so you know what the heck I'm doing. We're gonna push some of this contrast against this water line a little. I don't know if this is gonna be a mistake, but we're gonna find out real quick here, aren't we? It's nerve-wracking. So did y'all, did any of you catch the podcast that came out? I released my first couple episodes, which are just gonna be kind of random topics until we kind of nail down what people want to hear about and are interested in, that is on the topics of what I naturally would talk about. But I'm interested. Did you guys, you watched them all out of order? Well, that's okay. It kind of, I feel like they actually were posted out of order, but it was kind of like, okay, which ones make sense to release? Because we recorded a couple in like 2 weeks. We recorded like 4 different ones. I decided not to release one. And then we wanted to release like, you know, an intro that kind of goes over all the different things and see if we could get like some feedback on like what people might be interested in, but then also I guess what to look forward to, so we could get some feedback on what people want, but then release different topics at once so we can kind of data analysis as we go, you know, because I want people to be interested, you know. And when you start a podcast and you're like, dude, I'm me and I've got so many different parts to me, you know, I got a lot of things. Fan of your make or breaks list? Yeah, that's good to know. Oh, I think I saw your comment on it. Did you comment on it on YouTube? Or did you comment on it on Instagram? I'm trying to keep it all straight. Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate that. It's like so terrifying, you guys. Sorry, I have to fix this. It is so terrifying releasing a podcast and talking about your life for the first time. Because, like, I don't really, like, talk about my life, really. I just, I really appreciate that engagement. Thank you. But it's, like, one of the scariest things you can do is, like, really just let it loose. You're like, I'm going to tell people all the shit and then see what happens. And, I mean, guys, it could go where people are like, I don't give a fuck. Like, people could not care at all, and that's, like, a very real reality. But the only reason I really, like, felt pushed to do this was because so many people said, like, they wanted to know more about who I am and my life, and I had assistants say the same thing. They're like, man, there's so many interesting parts about your life and, like, who you are and what you come from and, like, your story, that why aren't you, like, advertising that more? Why aren't you talking about it more? And I don't know. You just don't, being you don't really see yourself interesting like that, you know? So it took me a long time to come to terms with the fact that by about the 40th time I had heard it, I was like, okay, maybe I should, like, maybe this will add more weight to the art that I'm making, that maybe people will experience it deeper and understand some of the themes throughout my art if they understand the realness behind experiences and who you are, and the honestly the challenges of being an artist. It's not for the sensitive. It is a very difficult industry and path. It's funny because on the podcast today, oh my gosh, just I'm gonna start recording some podcasts though live, so there'll be like Q&A kind of moments, which will be cool. Hi guys. We got some new people. Welcome. I'm just painting a beach scene. I'm like, which one? And you never really know, right? Like, it's not like I know the whereabouts, but hoping that it's over, but who knows? Stalkers are scary like that, aren't they? Stalkers are scary. But not too scary for this gal. I might come at me, bruh. I'm like prepared, but you just hope that your life doesn't have to be that weird. But there's weirdos. There's weirdos everywhere, you know? You just gotta fucking deal with it. Yep, you are right. Hi guys. What would you charge me for a tattoo of you? Like, would I have to give the tattoo? Actually, someone did get me tattooed on them, and they asked for a photo of me, and I was like, they wanted a specific photo, and it was a really cool photo. They were a patriot, and I had a photo of me wrapped in an American flag that this amazing photographer took, and I was like, okay, you can, yeah, sure. And that was pretty cool. So that was rad. What would it look like to forgive Greg? He might not have been present, but he left you with a gift. I mean, I have forgiven Greg. You're talking about Greg, my dad, right? I've forgiven Greg. And the door will always be, the door will always be open. Like, for, you know, if he really wanted to, if my dad really wanted to have a relationship, he absolutely knows. It's been made very clear, like, dude, like, I'm open to it, but that's not happening. Which I think that sometimes you have to just accept things for what they are. He seems, happy. Him and his wife seem happy in their life, and last I heard, he got a boat or yacht, and is living his best life. And everybody has different things that make them happy. So, but if my dad wanted to, like, chat and work on some type of relationship, I would be so game. But I don't think that I think I've just have learned not to hold my breath on that. I've also learned that it's not very, like, healthy to always be the one that you feel is making the effort. My stepmom made quite an effort, more than I would say my dad. But I also think, like, people have different characters, and it's not really in my dad's character, like, and not in a bad way, just I feel like some men that are older have, like, a harder time with communication and, like, reaching out, like, making that first, like, you know what I mean? So it's not really personal to me. It's just, I just think men struggle with that more. And I think that I almost have, like, the opposite problem where I over communicate, where it could be, like, exhausting. Like, it could push someone who's like that away. Like, stop. Let me come to you, And so maybe we're in that phase. Maybe that's what this is. But I love my dad. I will always love my dad. I have no, like, ill feelings. I think he's amazing in business. He's been an inspiration to me in a number of ways. But just, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm in a chapter of my life that's more about acceptance and people who really embrace me and love me. And I think, like, you get exhausted with, like, you don't want to feel like you're, like, forcing someone to want a relationship with you that they don't. It doesn't really seem like it's, like, all that natural, and that's okay. It was not really, like, personal to me, if that makes sense. We had a unique experience, a lot of stuff with our family. I think it made everybody I think every one of us struggled in different ways in our family, and I don't think anybody, like, knew how to navigate it. So there is forgiveness and understanding in that. And I gotta say, my stepmom, there were definitely times that she tried, to show up, and I appreciate that. So, yeah. That's actually a very sensitive, sweet question. I appreciate you asking that. It's, like, very meaningful. But I want you guys to know, I never, ever would push anybody to lose a relationship with their parents. I think that relationships with your family, you gotta do everything you can do, and until the point where, like, there's a clarity and it's unhealthy, or it's like you almost need, like, a break or a step back or whatever, like, you've got to be able to figure that out personally. It's different for everybody. That is a very true statement. People cannot give you what they don't have. I also think people all want different things from relationships, Like, I want the love, I want the real, I want the warmth, I want the comfort, I want the support. But I give those things. And so if I don't get those things, I'm going to feel like, man, how can I strengthen this? How can I fix this? How can I? And then it kind of feels like you're, like, forcing it. Like, you're like, okay, like, you feel like you're making people feel uncomfortable, And especially with your father, you don't want to feel like that. So I'm like, maybe this is just a chapter where we're taking a step back, I don't really know. But I hate saying things like definite. I just am... I'm just trying to... I'm still trying to understand. It still kind of feels new. It's been several months now, but like almost 6 months or maybe longer, a little longer. But if there's one thing I've learned from family, it's that every single family has their shit. Every family has, God, some shit, don't they? And I just think it's so interesting how, like, not understanding a lot of people are, and they, like, are like, this is what you gotta do no matter what. And it's like, I am just not like that. I know that everybody's situation is so different. And I think that you gotta trust, like, what is best for you? What is best for that family? What, you know? I've always felt like I was the black sheep. Which I know my lifestyle's not for everybody, you know? I'm like the weird artist girl. My dad is like a brilliant business mind. I think he probably would have like related to me more if I would have like done something, I don't know, maybe more. I mean, we bonded on business, but my business is so different, you know? So that makes it tough. My sister is like in acting and voiceovers and stuff like that, so also very creative and very different. And I think it's hard, you know. It's hard to relate to, you know. I like that you're continuing to work through it. Us from divorce side of the tracks, unfortunately, had to grow up quick. Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. My parents divorced kind of late. Like, I was freshman in high school when they had separated several times, but they finally got divorced when I think it was at maybe the middle of like sophomore year, but they took a long time. So I think it started freshman year, and my sister was in the hospital. It was insane. It was a lot. They didn't even know she was gonna live. It was like she was so sick. And that was like it was just like a really hard time. So a lot of things at once. My mom had some alcohol issues for sure. So it wasn't really one-sided. There was just a lot of things going on. And I think families, when you grow up, you have grace, forgiveness, and as you start to become an adult, you have this understanding for your parents, because you don't just see them as your parents, you see them as like people. And then when you start to get where you're approaching the age of where they were at this time, and you imagine, like, my parents had kids already. Well, I guess not my dad's age, but my mom already had 2 girls at my age, you know. And I think about how different that is. And you know, I don't have kids, I'm not married, and my life is so different, but I got the career and the travel and the independent lifestyle, and to be able to be like free-spirited and all this stuff, and it's been wonderful. But like, my mom and I relate so much on so many things, but we can't relate on business. My dad and I can relate on business, but it's just so interesting. You see parts of like the greatest parts and the worst parts of what you saw in your parents growing up, you do see come out in you. And it's such a great reflection moment to be like, how can I be better? And I think parents always want that for their kids. Like, so I'm never probably going to be a better businessman than my dad. He's absolutely brilliant. But I will say, I think I have a very good level of self-awareness and forgiveness. Yeah, I do see my parents as human. I also try to find a lot of understanding in like why they are the way they are. They're great. I actually think they're both really great people. I think that, yeah, everybody's flawed. That's okay, you know? I just feel like what it was bringing out in me was like, I had self-worth issues. I was having self-worth issues with the struggle with certain elements of parts of the relationships, you know? Yes, the problem is yeah, you're a fixer. I'm a fixer, baby. I am a fixer. And then I almost think, like what I was saying earlier, I think I can exhaust people by trying to fix what someone needs to show up to want to fix too. You cannot be the only one. Relationships take two people, you know? But I don't know. We had a lot of chaos growing up, and I think that fixing just made me comfortable, you know? Like, I don't know. Guys, I'm gonna turn this light down just a little bit. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm like missing this chat. Also, I just changed the setup in here and I put this taller table here for like some of my tech stuff. And now the TikTok like stream is so high up that you're like looking down on me when I'm painting, and I'm like, I hate this. But I know that the stand that this is filming on shakes, and so I don't want it on this table, and I've not quite figured this out. But I did figure out, guys, the art cam is now suspended from this crazy camera rig system, and I love it. I love it. It's not on a tripod on the ground anymore, and I'm like, yes. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, guys. Oh, I love that. Thanks, Justin. Hi, honey. How are you? Guys, I'm gonna fix this light and also turn this AC down. I'm freezing my little buns off. Also, don't look at my little bun. Let's see. I'm kind of cold in here. I was freezing, or no, I was like hot as hell, because when you record podcasts, you have like 18 lights coming at you. And we did like an hour and a half, like right before this. And then it was like up until like 5:15. And then he's like, oh my God, it's that time. I can't believe it's already that time. You have to stream in 30 minutes. And then the whole OBS, all the settings were fucked up. And I'm like, great. And then my mic didn't work. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Because we, you know, of course, you test it, you think that it's gonna work, and you're like, I got this figured out. No. Psych, bitch, you know? So that was fun. But it's gonna get hot as hell in a second, because I'm only gonna have the lights and no AC, so that'll be fun too. You're gonna see me have, you know, hot flashes, and then be freezing. It's really fun. I have some Pinot Grigio in a glass tonight, so cheers to all my, you know, it's 5 o'clock summer. It's 6:20, but whatever. Burr, it's cold in here. There must be some Rashelle in the atmosphere. I like love that I know your age by the fact that you know that reference. We were referencing things in the podcast today, and Kyle was like, I'm the worst at references. And I always say the one, it's me, Jessica from The Hot Chick. You guys know that one? And I say it all the time, and I realize I probably say it to people that have no idea what I'm talking about. It's me, Jessica. It's a good one, man. It's a good one, right? Am I right? Oh, you guys are sweet. I do miss Colorado. I miss Colorado every day. But if you saw my view from my balcony, it looks out into like a forest. It is absolutely beautiful. And there's birds every day that I wake up to. And it's just like, it's very easy living here and I love it. But yeah, I miss Colorado. I love being able to camp in like a very short amount of time. Like even if you were living in the city or in Denver or wherever you are. I'm from Steamboat, but I just love being able to camp in like 5 seconds, and it's really hard in Texas. Oh wow. chords versus nature. I didn't become friends with my dad until later in life. He's pretty much the Walter White of med devices, and I'm a musician. See, and I kind of love, I have this like theory about how like God and the universe works with like the families we're born into. I have a theory that you're all the opposites and all the similarities that make two people trigger and also connect with each other. And it is like in our ability to learn how to communicate with each other that you find those really beautiful moments in each other's personalities. But that's why so many families have like destructiveness, because they're only really paying attention and giving thought to like the bad stuff, like the conflicting energy, the triggering. And I think that's the like ancestral trauma that they talk about. I think a lot of that's passed down. So it's like, it might not be your parents that are like that naturally, but that was inherited from them. And so like each generation has this opportunity to kind of like find understanding in like how to break some of that. I don't know. Do I want to do something fun? Do I want to go to Taco Bell? If I wanted to shit my pants, I would go to Taco Bell. I used to love Taco Bell until I actually like, I started eating really, really, really clean, like very clean. Like I cook almost every single meal. I mean, I've done that for a very like long time. Like I think it's been probably like 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Like I've been on it for a long time now. And I don't know, like I just feel like I gotta keep on that, and I feel very healthy. And I would feel like trash about myself if I ate fast food. I also know too much about what's mixed in the meat of fast food. You haven't looked into that, like if you look into the McDonald's stuff, whoa. Start there. Start with the like history of McDonald's. Work your way from there up, and then work through meat production and the fact that like livestock versus the amount of meat that's served. The math ain't mathin'. And then start to connect those dots. And then once you connect those dots, then you're gonna go to the grocery store meat. And you're gonna go, I wanna understand like how's the meat packaged, how's it made, the butchering process, how they grind everything, what those facilities look like, organic versus not organic. It would blow your mind. I was like, I have been overpaying for organic food for so long, and I don't know if after everything I found out, I'm like, okay, the only thing I'm doing moving forward is I'm going to the local like butcher, like an actual like meat market that like like the farm, the butcher, and like the process. That is the way that I do things. And I know that that's like neurotic, but I'm okay with that. Like I feel better. My body feels better. Everything feels better when you can't, when they say you are what you eat, it fucking is true, man. It is true. Like, I feel like everything is just better. Except recently I've had like adult acne, so that's been different. And I'm like, I don't get it. I thought I was doing everything right, but I don't know. I'm not vegan. Hell no, I'm not vegan. I am a beef eater. I want steak and beef breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like chicken. I think chicken though is like a very it's unless you like know where you're getting your chicken from, air chilled is gonna be better. But like, dude, it's like hard to find good meat these days. This sounds gross, but anyway. I just want to jam to the Jimmy Jams, Do you know what I'm saying? Oh. That was a Mean Girls reference, the Taco Bell thing. Now I get it. Okay. I forgot that she said that. You want to go to Taco Bell? Yeah, no, I remember that now. How the fuck did I miss that? See, if you said it to me and I heard it, you guys, it's so weird just like talking to nobody. I don't know if I'll ever get used to this. Also, the podcast, I'm like, who the hell gave me a mic and was like, go, you're on. I'm like, okay, like, let's go. It's fucking terrifying. I have so much respect for my like favorite YouTubers. I'm like, they're so good. It's so difficult doing this. Like, you guys make it really easy, and like I feel like live streams are easier, but ooh, it is hard. It's hard to do. Sometimes I'm like, God, shut up-o. Like, to me, like myself, because obviously I can't hear you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have to, I let some of the layers like dry a little bit, and then I go back to add some, but then I feel like I abandoned the painting for a second because I get into it. I feel like I gotta check back in with the chats. Gotta see who's here. See, now I'm starting to get hot as hell in here. It is an interesting, it's an interesting system in this studio. Like, it seriously could get hotter than hell and cold as shit in like 2 seconds. It's wild. And pretty much only my producer and who's sat in on podcasts here understands. It's wild. I'm like, why am I like sweating now? And 20 minutes ago I was like, I had like cold sweats and needed a blankie. So that's cool. I'm also like, the anemia thing is really not fucking dope. Like, it sucks. Hopefully we do better with that moving forward. But today was like a substantially like happy day. Like, did it feel, I don't know. Also, you want to know when I have really happy days? When I barely go on Instagram. I didn't go on Instagram at all except for to post one picture of me holding this painting that I'm so fucking excited about. Okay, guys, you haven't, I don't know. Hi guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it, but I'm working on this very cute little beach scene, and I've never done a beach scene, so I tagged Kenny Chesney because it reminded me of like all the beach stuff that he comes out with, and like it was giving me like Jimmy Buffett, maybe some like Jimmy Buffett, Kenny Chesney vibes, and so I tagged him. I was like, maybe Kenny Chesney will buy it, but I don't know. That'd be fucking dope, wouldn't it? That would be cool. We'll see. Probably not. But every once in a while, I'll like just be like, you know what? Just fucking send it. Just try to like, you know, like send it with like a reach kind of thing. Like, oh, maybe someone will buy it, and you tag them, and then I've actually had it happen. It's been really fucking cool. But I haven't done that in forever. but the song went well with it too. It's like tropical, you know. I don't know how much it is. I haven't decided how much it is yet. God, now it's hot as hell in here. I haven't decided on a price yet because I'm not finished. And I need to like definitely be able to assess some details on like timing to really know. But this is gonna be a really fucking cool part right now, so I really wanna make sure. Ooh, sorry guys. I wanna make sure to. Maybe I'll move TikTok. TikTok, you wanna come down here? Yeah, I think you should. I'm gonna totally. Why am I wearing white? Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm a crazy person. Okay. Hi guys. How are we doing? Does that work? There, now you can see the painting and you're more on the... Does that work? Does this work? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so this is going to be a really cool part. Okay, so if you just entered the chat, hello, my Tiki-Taki fam. That's where we're at, okay. Thank you! Thanks, guys! I have to show it to you. It's oil. It's oil. I'm like very excited. I could do acrylic painting probably a lot better, but I like to master the oil, so here's my insane palette. Hello, it's me, Jessica. There it is again. I think I say it at least like 3 times a day. It's just the way I am. I don't want that name for the stream. Aw, thanks, Ben. What does it say? Oh my god, it's Rashelle. I love her. She's so talented. Do I know you? Is this a Ben I know? Is this Ben from art school? I always guess. I'm always like guessing. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. Ben, show yourself. Hi, guys. Hi guys, welcome. We're painting a beach scene. Just a social follower, found you on Instagram. Well, thanks for being here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And guys, I actually have people on YouTube and I've never been able to like connect YouTube. My plugin wasn't working, but thank God for my producer because he fucking knows this shit better. But I have YouTube, I have Twitch at the same time, and we got TikTok, and I'm like, fuck, I feel techie. I feel techie. Who's to say I'm not social? Look at me go. Look at me go. Ho, 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 ho. You know? Thanks, guys. And sorry if I move the table. It might do a little shimmy shake sometimes. I apologize. I will absolutely show the painting in the background in a little bit. I'm going to try and like make a little bit of progress with this. But all of those paintings in the background will also be for sale. I'm just a perfectionist and I really need to get it done. I'm so fucking psycho detailed that I'm like, this doesn't look right. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's supposed to be like super sharp. It's not that close, but I want it to be. I want it to be right. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's like crazy because you'll watch this painting changed so much from what I posted today on Instagram, like the progress of it today versus what you'll see it actually like turn out like the detail. And it makes me so happy because it's like, it really just shows like, people always think like, oh, you're almost done, right? I'm like, nah, dog. I'm not even close. Like, there's no chance. Oh my god, that looks so much better. Oh! Do you see that? Here. Twitch people. I really should get a light from above, huh? That'll help my setup even more. Every time I'm gonna do better, I swear. Poor Kyle's gonna have to help me figure that one out too. I'm like, Kyle, what about a light from above now? How about we figure that out somehow? I hate when I get one of my tiny little baby hairs right in the paint. I'm like, do not fuck this up. That was a close call, guys. Close call. I am gonna start doing painting requests for once I get, you know, to a point where I feel like I can start taking on, like, because I'm doing this live streaming to be able to see, like, okay, maybe I don't have to make 100% my money from commissions. I can do live streaming more and you guys can watch pieces from start to finish. So if you were here in the very beginning when I started this piece on a stream like 2 streams ago or something, there was nothing on here. I just started it in front of everybody and you're watching it from start to finish now. Every time I've painted has been on streams. And I'm gonna start giving like first offerings to Twitch streamers, Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, like anybody who basically, like, you know, you see people super chat. and they're like, they read the comments and they'll answer people on super chats and things like that. So I essentially want to give first option to people who have like donated and helped, because then it's like, okay, well, this makes so much more sense for being here and being able to kind of like, you know, monetize my time here instead of just paid clients and then working in, you know, private and not really like showing a whole lot of the process. This lets me be able to monetize the process, but also you get to watch it like all come together, which is pretty cool. What's going on? Hi, Sarah. Sarah, did you have a significantly better day today? Oh no, you're not feeling well? What is going on in this chat? Very different vibe than this one. Sarah, we gotta get you on Twitch or YouTube. I got YouTube link today, baby. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. I hate that. Well, I could change to the art cam. You want me to change the art cam on Twitch, guys? So like that'll be the leading scene. Here. See, on mine it looks kind of blurry, but I'm hoping. How's that? Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry. I have a feeling, Sarah, you have one of the most comfy houses, though. I just imagine your house is like very comfy and cozy. So your sick days are like, you've made like a comfy little nest there. Am I right about that? I had a feeling it was a studio. I love a studio. I love a good like all-in-one space. I kind of love that about the van. There's one part I don't love, but I think we can all guess which one. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. I know that one. It is blurry? What the hell? I wonder why. I want to see it refocus. I also wonder if it's having an autofocus issue, which I don't know. Well, what's weird is it never seems to, does it refocus for you guys? Because I also, yeah, I don't know, because like this camera's not supposed to do that. So I'm like, what the hell? What in the Sam hell? If YouTube's easy for you, do YouTube instead now that it's linked too. But I mean, I'm still gonna try to do. No, it's static. No. Well, I don't think it's probably going to be different on YouTube. It's probably going to show up the same on everything right now. I just meant Sarah said she's going to start hopping on YouTube so she doesn't have to stream on Twitch so she can see the art cam, because like TikTok, you can't see the art cam. But I don't think it's going to be any better. I swear to God, guys, every single fucking stream, there's something. Because it's not, I mean, no one said it's blurry before. I'm like, this would happen. Today my mic didn't work. All the settings I did in here for the new podcast, because I'm going to start streaming like live podcasts too. And so I set up all that in OBS for that. Everything was gone. All the settings we did, I don't fucking understand. I don't know. That's true. And Sarah, you hold it down in the TikTok chat. And you're one of my mods over there. Sarah's holding it down. Honestly, I fucking love that comment. I love who you're blaming it on. That's hilarious. I won't, but I'll allow you to. That's so funny. Oh, the puzzle piece. Here we go. Did you guys see the moon last night? It's supposed to be a blood moon, but it didn't look like a blood moon here. I don't really understand. I was like, I thought this was supposed to be like way crazier looking, but it still was cool. It felt like some crazy ass energy. And I really believe in all that shit, so maybe, Sarah, that's why you're not feeling so good. It's like intense. Full moons like bring out a lot of shit. Bring out all the shit. Kind of like you went to Taco Bell. You know? I think I just added you as one, so essentially, like, it's like when bots or like mean people come in the chat, you are able to like click and block or whatever, and it's just so like it like helps avoid like if I miss something and someone's like losing their mind or something, or saying something that could like flag the chat and like take my video down or whatever, like make it where I can't go live, like, you know, racial slurs or like I don't know what their guidelines are. I don't know what keywords like would trigger it, but like if someone starts going off, yeah, you kind of just want to like you just block the user, essentially, is what a mod just like helps modify the chat. Hi guys. Homemade healthy tacos, yum. I ate a breakfast burrito yesterday, and then I had breakfast tacos for dinner. I ate six to 7 eggs yesterday. No problem. It was actually, I was like, I am a fucking beast. And I lifted yesterday. I felt really strong. This one's really weak right now. I don't know why. And it's really white in that camera. I'm like, don't look at that one. But this one's fucking strong. Well, kinda. It looks like a bitch right now. But anyway, with great power comes great responsibility. Y'all better behave. Yeah, Sarah's gonna come after y'all. But usually we have really good people. I swear everybody's really making me realize how much like bots are the ones that bully, which I'm like, what world are we living in where I'm getting bullied by a fucking bot? Honestly, if you told me 20 years ago that I'd be sitting here at 33 getting bullied by robots, I wouldn't believe you. I'll tell you that. I'd be like, full of shit. You are full of shit. You know? But here we are, 2026, everyone. Am I right? Can we have some, no, I don't know. Kyle, I do think someone came in the chat the other day named William, but I don't think it was that William, but I didn't really monitor it and nothing happened, so. But you were saying you thought that dude was a bot too, right? So crazy. What world do we live in? Any William sightings? It's funny. Sorry guys, I'm totally gonna get deep into this in a second because once I see like, okay, I'm blocked in with the rocks and I've got a good spot to focus in on, I get like laser focused and then I like tune out, and I'm so sorry. If you're new, this happens. I'll be back. She'll be back. Just gotta get that time in, you know? I gotta get some like maybe that blue. Oh god. This is colors are tough for me. Maybe this. Here's some progress on that. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the roses. I love a good rose. Mrs. Van Gogh, what a sweet compliment. I have a long ways to go to be on that level. But yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We did quite a few branches and some rocks, and I don't know. It's the first beach I've ever painted, so I'm learning as I go here. Twitch stream, how we doing? What are we up to, fam? Holy fuck, this is getting so much better. Thank God. I was like, bro, make some fucking progress, for God's sake. We there. We getting there. I'm feeling better about it. I was like, you suck. Just kidding, but like, I was low-key starting to lose it inside. I was losing it inside. But I'm back now. She back. Yeah, you like the vibey tunes? Hell yeah. just waiting for the day when I can throw all my electronics away and live in the mountains next to a lake in a cabin. 100%. That's all I'm working for. It's the only thing I want. Thank you. Are you new here, Camp? Yeah, Camp YouTube. Well, I guess you have to be because I've never done this on YouTube. I've only ever done Twitch streaming, and I'm like new at that. But I have a schedule and everything. And now I got YouTube to link, which is a miracle because I'm fully the dumbest person with technology ever. So this has been a lot. If you saw my setup, I'm like, ooh, I feel so techie. Ooh, I feel so techie, you know? And I'm not. I'm like a quill and ink by candlelight, and you're new here, so you don't know about me wanting to churn butter, but that's my dream. Isn't that my dream? Can I get you to smash the like button if you know how bad this bitch want to churn butter in the woods? Because I really do. Oh, Sarah, thank you, honey. I love you. You're a sweetheart. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. People are like, you're supposed to ask for them to like things and for all these things, and I forget because I just think I'm like hanging out. My stream popped up and recommended? Ah! Kyle, producer Kyle, did you hear that? In YouTube. That's so cool. I love that. I wonder, did it show up as like art or recommended just in general? I'm shocked. I also just released like a podcast for the first time, like the first like 2 episodes and an intro episode, just about my life. I'm just an artist gal. Oh, thank you. What was that? That was one of those like, oh, Sarah, you're the best. Thanks for the roses, honey. You need to be sent roses. Are you gonna go to work tomorrow? Thank you. You're awesome. You guys are the best. Oh, I'm sorry. You feel better from staying home today? I get that. That's how I felt when I was sick. I was like, well, one day you're gonna have to make it. But dude, I did that. I was sick for what, 3 days? And I mean, I'm still like sick. I don't feel like, you like the podcast? Thanks. Sorry, my ADHD's like, squirrel brain. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. I'm like, what if I release this and everyone's like, this sucks, get off the stage, you know? Like, she doesn't even go here. I could go through like a list of lines here, but it was nerve-wracking. It was very nerve-wracking. But yeah, I got over that sickness pretty quick. I was very proud. I did an ancient remedy, guys. Do you guys know about the onion trick when you're sick? Yeah, you gotta watch the podcast, girl. I mean, Sarah, you probably know a lot of it. I love that cowboy hat. I looked better in that. I looked better in that. Everyone looks better in a cowboy hat. I'm like convinced of that. Actually, there's one person I saw put on a cowboy hat that actually I dated like years ago. And he even said, he's like, I don't look good in a cowboy hat. And I was like, there's no way. This guy was like super handsome. Onion on the feet. Yes. I didn't do onion on the feet, but I actually cut it up and I put half next to my bed and it pulls toxins out of the room. But I was just telling my producer about the onion on the feet. It pulls the toxins out from like the soles of your feet. It's wild. I was telling my mom about this. She's like, how the fuck do you know this? But wild. And like the onion and garlic like lays basically that you can make that are supposed to be very like good to detoxify you. Kyle, you definitely do not. What? Did I miss something? We're going from like podcast to onion on the feet. I'm like, I have a hard enough. This is why I needed to combine at least 2 of the chats. Sarah, you could try that if you have an onion and you're feeling sick. It does, like, dude, it makes the room smell like onion, though. Like, that is, that's an adjustment. That is not a smell I've smelled in my bedroom, okay? So that was weird. Podcast was great. Thank you. That is so great to hear. Some old witch that I know that it feels like it. It really does. But I mean, it's like, at least that's holistic. The first day I refused to even take like Dayquil or anything, and I was like, I got this. And the next day I was like, I need to. And I took NyQuil, and I slept really well, actually. It was awesome. But I always feel guilty when I take medicine. I don't know. But medicine, you know, it's a funny thing. It's got a purpose. I just try to like be holistic, but then I also have to be like, dude, there's like some benefits of, you know, modern medicine. My mom and I are more along the lines of like, she goes, you need me to send you some ivermectin? I'm like, I fucking love my weirdo family. I'm like, yeah. I took like all these herbs the first day, and you kind of got to get ahead of that. You have to like know when you're getting sick and take it like before you're actually like fully sick for it to like really work. So I know I took them bitches a little late. Hi guys, I'm just working on a painting here. Sorry, I go like totally antisocial for a minute so I can get further. Oh, those branches look fucking great. We're happy with that. Did you see that? Alright, so since that camera fucking sucks, obviously, I'm just gonna show you guys this. guys. That's so nice. Thank you. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna let my dogs are done being little wolves at night, so I'm gonna grab them really quick. But I'm happy about that. Okay, look at it from like far away. It's bright. It's happy. We're feeling good. Are we feeling good? I'm always worried I'm gonna like fucking drop it and shake because I've been like, you know. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, crazies. Hi, little ones. What are you doing? Did you meet new friends? Did ya? Did ya? Hi. Hi. Go get your bone. Go get your bone. Go get your bone. Your bone's over there. Your bone's over there. Okay. I wonder if I should do some of this. I guess I could. Kill some of this sky. Oh, this brush is fucking had. There we go. Just a nice dog hair. Nothing to see here. Whoa, whoa. What? Are you a beetle? What do I do with it? Come here. I'm gonna grab a beetle. Are people gonna freak out? Why am I okay with this? Ooh. Buddy, you can't be here. You can't sit with us. I keep wondering where the fuck these beetles are coming from. I can't figure it out. The other day, my producer goes, "You got something in your hair." I'm like, "What?" And just like a fucking beetle fell out. I'm like, so anyway, what's up? Like, no big deal. It's normal. It's fine. Okay, this is looking better. Sorry guys, I'm being like so boring right now, but I'm really locked in. I just want to make sure that I get this one section that I've been avoiding dialed. Oh, I'm so much happier with that. Oh my god. Thank goodness. It was looking ugly. Yay, there we go. You're definitely not. I almost just spit. You're definitely not supposed to. Hey, thanks guys for joining my fan club. I got new fans up in the chat. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, thank you. That looks so much better, doesn't it? It looked like shit before. But you're definitely not supposed to finger paint. Don't try this at home, you know. Don't be like me. Except I dig it. Okay. I think I need to put some white in here. What do we think? Some white. I feel like I need to do this with a round brush. The dark actually like kind of come down a little bit more. The like wet sand, which is scary to extend that, but I just feel like this will add a nice sense of depth here. God, my runny nose is starting again. Damn it. Damn it. I hate that. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, that's the mineral spirits for you. How y'all doing? You want to see like a better view than the art camera? Oh, God. I think I might have to put on my glasses, guys. And also, I might... Oh, wow. I can see so much better. Thanks, guys. Welcome. If you're new to my streams, I just paint and do some art projects on here that are like more my spare time art projects. Sometimes I'll be working on commissions. This is what I do professionally, but I needed a break from like the ones that I'm actually working on. Looking good. Hell yeah. Thanks. Thanks. What are you guys up to now? I like zone out for a minute and then oh god, I can't breathe. Hey, what's it mean when you have a star next to your name in the chat? You're relaxing in the art. Are you doing any art? Definitely grab the guitar. I can't play guitar. I think that's wild. Do you like my sick dance moves? Like, I don't know what happens. Just every once in a while, I feel the beat. I feel the beat. So what do y'all think about, I have some big news. Bank finally came through. Just kidding. Bank never came through, but I didn't ask it to. Wow, I didn't even mean to rhyme, but that was pretty cool. I saw the moves. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I am going to start offering a bunch of my art on a ton of products. So I'm working on an online store right now, which is very exciting. So pieces like these, I will photograph and then make available for a number of different things if people want an original that's not, just on wood or like a paper print or something like that. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think that'll be like a nice way to offer my art in a way that's different. So shirts and all kinds of stuff. And I'm doing some of that political series. It's like anti-politics basically. I'm just gonna have like, it's a whole thing, but it'll be great. It'll be great. Hell yeah. Well, I have like a print store now and originals up on my site, but I don't have like, all the variable products. I don't have like, okay, you can get this art piece, but you can get it on a coffee mug, and you can get it on a shirt, and you can get it on a hat, and you can get it on, what else did he mention? Like sweatshirts and all kinds of stuff. I'm really excited. I think that'll be people ask me all the time, yeah, you can buy a Rashelle shirt. I actually had apparel for a long time on my website, and then but that was before like I was like, oh, drop shipping and like white label and all that shit became like, maybe it was a thing and I just didn't know, but I ordered. So it was like, you had to save up a fuck ton of money and then be able to like calculate, like you really had to know you were going to be successful, or you had to know you had X amount of events to be able to sell that stuff in person, and it was just hard with inventory. It was really hard to always have the space for it, and then to keep track of sales and to really want to push it that much. And then you have to buy at a certain quantity, and it's like, it had to be like a certain amount of colors, and a lot of my art like did not translate super well because it was really detailed. So now I'm actually going to be I'm like partnering essentially with a really awesome clothing brand, like amazing clothing brand, and they're gonna be my new sponsors for the pod, which is very exciting. And I'm working on designs with them, and then I'll have my own clothing line and stuff too, like of my designs available on clothing through RashelleStetman.com. But the stuff through this company is going to be really sick too. So it'll be Rashelle Stetman and Rust and Iron collab, which will be awesome. Scary because I just like stopped looking at a reference and I'm like, Rashelle, you've never painted something like this. Like, you should probably keep looking at a reference for what water looks like. But in my brain, I'm like, I've got it. And then I look and I'm like, this is very different than what the reference looks like. Maybe you should fucking not act like you know what the hell you're doing. And I don't. So I'm just going to be very forthcoming about that. I got no idea. That looks more realistic, right? Fuck, I don't know, man. Certainly doesn't look like the picture. The picture's like, I'm like referencing a picture that seems to look almost nothing like what I'm doing now. I'm like, great. But that's kind of like how I like it to go most of the time. I gotta go like so much more translucent on this part of the water in the distance, and I'm like, shit, don't fuck this up. I think I got this though. Holy shit, this is so nerve-wracking because I feel like one wrong move and I'm fucked. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Look how small this brush is. Can you tell? Like, okay, here's the tip of my finger. You can't fuck this up, man. This is like the fine details, you know? I'm like, don't screw this up, Rashelle. Don't screw this up. I'm gonna sip of my wine here. 100 moves away from greatness, baby. Pete, enter the chat. Sorry, dude. Yeah, the focus is real. I was apologizing, but I like couldn't look up. I was like heavily focused. I go from like chatting my ass off to like, sorry, I'm gonna fully ignore everyone, and I feel so bad. But I'm like, hi from Australia. Hello. I just want to like, you know, impress y'all. And myself, so I don't feel like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? Y'all feel? Pete, how was your day? Oh, see, I saw it autofocus again. Wild. God, look how small my little hands are. Man, I really gotta get nails, y'all. I look insane. That's a good balance, if you ask me. What do you mean? What's a good... Oh, the talking and then super focus. I know, I just feel bad when, like, people come into the chat or like come into the live stream and I'm like laser focused and not talking, they're like, you're fucking boring, I'm out, you know? Because I'm an entertainer, apparently, allegedly. People are like, I'm so entertained by you. I'm like, why? Because I overshare and I'm uncomfortable? Because that's the truth. That's the fucking truth, man. All right, I'm not going to breathe for the next fucking 3 minutes when I do this. Okay, here we go. Do I want to... I think I want to do it over here. I'm probably gonna go to TikTok soon so I can. Oh, I love that. I love that you hung out with your mom chatting. You know, I love chatting with your mom. I think I am gonna probably hop off of this stream and go just to TikTok because I gotta listen to some Jimmy Jams, yo. I just feel like that's the only way I'm gonna be able to like fully lock in, you know? But I don't know, the art cam's been having some troubles. So I just want you guys to see. Oh, here, hold on. Sorry, I have to show you my ugly mug for a second so you can. I was kind of thinking about, you see all those layers now? Fuck, I'm like going the wrong way. This is like backing up a trailer. I'm like, why am I going the wrong way? Calculating. I will tell you guys, I was right, by the way. Good night, guys. Thank you for being here. I will tell you that when Kyle saw the camera today, he was like, oh my God, you're right. It is upside down because in the orientation in OBS is like, art cam was like upside down. It wasn't the camera. And that's why I was like, what the hell? And I knew I was going to screw up like trying to do it while I was on the stream the other day. So that's why I was like, it's best I just stop myself now, you know? Just stupid. What's happening with this shirt? I feel like I'm wearing like armor. I got this for this photo shoot and I was like sweating my ass off before this, going from the podcast under all those lights to this. And so I got out of my t-shirt that I was like sweating in and I was like, oh, this will be great. Like I'll be able to like stay cool. But I turned the AC on and then I got freezing. And now I'm like, wait, I can't get paint on this. And I'm like terrified to put my paint apron over it because I think there's paint all over the apron, on the inside, the outside. And then like when I wear the apron, I end up like doing this against me. And I could see the oil just going straight through onto this. And I'm like, it's going to be a fucking miracle. If I end this stream and I have no paint on this, we are gonna be... I don't have anything that stays like pure white. Like it's just, no. Nope. But I am probably gonna... Well, I was gonna do... Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop over to TikTok. I am a Taurus. You are very extrovert. Trust me, I could not see people for weeks. But at least, like, I really like this, though. I like chatting with people, you know? I'm not like, well, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weird person. I feel like I can't mislead anyone. Can you do a portrait of you and I after we get married? Must be the wine. What's the wine? That I think I'm weird? I think I'm weird totally sober. I think I'm weird when I'm asleep, when I wake up. I'm definitely weird when I drink wine. More myself. Look at my chubby little stubby hands. I hate seeing this. I have the ugliest hands you've ever seen. Well, not ever, but pretty damn ugly. Weird in a good way. Thanks, Pete. That's so sweet. You too. I feel like we're select people, you know? Like you kind of just want to be around people that like appreciate the weird things in life. Does that make sense? Also, yesterday from lifting, today I am so sore and I lifted again today and it felt so good. So I was really excited about that. And I gained 4 pounds. I thought it was 5, but it's 4. I'm so proud. Yeah. Trying to I want to become a muscle woman. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm trying. My legs were sore. I did like tons of squats and I did all these different ab exercises and I lifted and I bench pressed. I did some of these, 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 you know, all the things. But yeah, beefcake. Not yet, but I'm working on it. Also, this arm is like incredibly weak right now and I'm like, dude, you look like you can't even lift a finger. Especially these, and that's a lot to say because there's no weight here. This is a pretty small hand. This hand is freaking me out. Watching myself talk, I'm like, is that a real person's hand? I gotta put this thing away. Taurus are the most... Really? They're the most sought after sign? Loyalty runs fucking deep, dude. Loyalty is like, that's like the number one like thing that exists in me. Loyalty is huge. No, everyone says it's my strong hand from fucking Scary Movie. I can't believe, you little fucker, I can't believe you just said that. That's so funny. Everybody always says that. They're like, take my strong hand, and they'll send me that moment when he goes to save his life, and he's like, give me the other one. He's like, no, like, it's my strong, grab my strong hand. I know, who would want to get saved with this mitt? It's just it looks like a kid's hand. I wear size 4 shoes. I just have very small, weird, dwarf-like features, which is weird that people think I'm like this really tall person. I'm like, where'd you get that, honey? I don't have long legs. I got squares or triangles. I'm a strong man. I love you guys. If you guys want to hop over to TikTok, I mean, you won't get to see this, but I'll be jamming out on the music, I guess, on the tunes. I'm probably gonna listen to I'm feeling like some country, like dude, I kind of want to listen to like 90s country. I'm falling off a cliff and you reach with that hand, I'll know to let go. Damn. That is mean. But also, do you see why I was like, tattoo my hands so it's distracting from how weird they are? It's like my body was like, hey, she can keep growing everywhere else except for her hands and feet. Why? Why it gotta be midget here? Why? It doesn't make sense. Like, sometimes, like, when I grab the steering wheel, I'm like, I can't even, like, I have to hold cups usually with 2 hands. Like, this is impressive. But, like, I barely can grab this thing with 1 hand. It's pathetic. Just the way it is. It's the way it is. But I think that's kind of low-key what makes it more impressive, that, you know, those motherfuckers are big. Those are big-ass pieces. All of that with this tiny little doodad that I have paint on right now. I should stop showing them. It's the moneymaker, but it's not the moneymaker, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Anyway, great time to end the stream. If you love this, come back, subscribe, like, share, all the things. I'm gonna have to figure out how the fuck to add this to YouTube. Maybe it'll just add it. Maybe it'll just stay there. But this is my first time. This is my first time. Okay, alright. I think I'm out. I love you guys. I love you, I love you, I love you. Come over to TikTok if you want. Good night, guys. And also, I have the stream schedule up, so make sure to check that out. I think I stream tomorrow night, too. And then I am going to add Fridays in after. Now I have a new photo shoot. I think the photo shoot now is Thursday. And then Friday, I have something else rescheduled. But next Friday, I'm going to start adding streaming in on Fridays. So it'll be three nights a week. So I'll be able to be here on Fridays, which I feel like we have a better crowd on Fridays. I don't know if I'm like making that up, but maybe. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out.